So, from the Sounders segment of the show, we go into the Kraken segment of the show. And while things have been relatively quiet in terms of our Kraken, there was the hiring of head coach Dan Bilesma earlier in the offseason. We're looking at a lot of stuff where Babineau and the Kraken have begun contract talks at the moment. We found out the draft order and the respective draft picks that the Kraken will have. And then the draft will happen later in the month. As the Stanley Cup finals are happening right now. There hasn't really been a lot going on in Kraken news. So we'll get into that right now. We've got two pieces of news here in Kraken-related coverage, and some might say, where are Firebirds coverage? That's on the Circling Seattle Sports YouTube account, not this one. This is Pro Sports. So we'll go into it. June 12th, the team lost assistant coach Jay Leach to the Boston Bruins. Leach had previously been considered for the head coaching job in Seattle, and he coached the defenseman here in Seattle. Now he goes back to Boston and leaves Seattle now with two open assistant roles at the NHL level, one head coach position at the AHL level, obviously with Bilesma making the jump up. It's going to be very interesting to see, with the Kraken, with a few spots open, Paul McFarland gone as he led the power play. I believe Leach was responsible for the penalty kill. So you've got special teams to take care of. You've got the defensive aspect of the game to take care of. And who knows, maybe Bilesma will want to make other changes within the coaching staff as well. So that's something to look at. There was a talk at the introductory press conference that Jessica Campbell could be considered, Stu Bickle can be considered for these coaching jobs, but we don't know that as of yet. Obviously, the Firebirds are in the Calder Cup Finals. By the time you're watching this, the series is split one game apiece, as the series now moves for the next three games to Coachella Valley. So we will see how that all goes, but something to think about, with the draft coming up and then free agency as well. So it'll be a busy offseason for the Kraken, even though it's largely been quiet for the past few weeks. We continue here on the 14th. The team signed forward and prospect Oscar Fisker Mølgaard to his 3-year entry-level contract at $950,000 AAV. Fisker Mølgaard agreed to terms with the Kraken after a career year with HV71 of the Swedish Hockey League, the SHL, setting new career highs across the score sheet with 21 points, 9 goals, and 12 assists. His goals and assists both ranked 6th in the league, while his 21 points were tied for the 6th amongst all HV71 skaters. The center finished the 2023-24 season ranked 3rd in points and 2nd in assists among all U20 SHL skaters. He had previously played 7 postseason SHL relegation games with HV71, recording 3 assists in that span and helping the team avoid relegation. In total, the 6-foot, 168-pound center tallied 28 points, 13 goals, and 15 assists across 91 career regular season SHL games with HV71, ending the 2022-23 season with the SHL award for most points by a U18 junior. Before joining the SHL club, Fisker Mølgaard played for HV71's U18 and U20 teams, recording 59 points, 19 goals, 40 assists in 62 games from 2021-22 to 2022-23. He played in 15 playoff games during that span, recording 9 points, 4 goals, and 5 assists. The Denmark native represented his country in the IIHF U18 D1A 2021-22 and 22-23, as well as U20 D1A 2021-22 to 2023-24 World Juniors Championships, the IIHF World Championship 2022-23 and 2020-24, and the Deutschland Cup 2023 to 2024. He served as an alternate captain and recorded 5 points, 2 goals, and 3 assists in 4 games in 2023-24 tournament, winning a bronze medal with the U20 D1A World Junior Championship team. His 61.54 faceoff percentage was the best mark among all U20 D1A skaters. He was named the best forward and top player of the 2022-23 U18 D1A World Junior Championship, recording the best plus-minus at +9, most assists at 6, Where'd I go? Most assists at 6, most goals at 6, most points with 12 in that tournament. Fisker Mølgaard was selected originally by Seattle with the 52nd overall pick in the 2023 NHL draft, becoming the Kraken's first ever Danish draft pick. So that's cool to see. I know that, with Fisker Mølgaard, it was kind of hard to keep track of him for some fans if you weren't really looking at the Swedish Hockey League's database and that league's website. So it was kind of interesting to keep track of his progress, but obviously seeing him perform at the international level is a big deal. And, I know that in the press release for this move of him signing his entry-level contract, that Ron Francis did mention that they like seeing him perform at the international level, and they're excited to see him continue to perform within the organization. So, two different pieces of news there. Obviously something that's going to be relative to the present as well as the future in assistant coaching jobs to be filled by the Kraken, as well as something for the future with Oscar Fisker Mølgaard. So we keep it moving here.